16 seconds left in the game. Dyson Daniels steals it. Caris LeVert with the Euro step wins the game for the Atlanta Hawks the last second against the Memphis Grizzlies. Yet nobody wants to talk about it. And I know Caris LeVert's getting all the credit, but you got to give Dyson Daniels his flowers. This man is Defensive Player of the Year. There's no way around it. Stop just looking at the record and look at this man's play. He will have more steals than anybody and more punch outs than anybody. But one of the people that I really want to talk about is the play of Zaccharie Risacher. Nobody liked this draft. Everybody talked down about this draft. Yes, he's going out and he's averaging about 14 points a game, but he shows these flashes like he did a few months back when he scored 31 points. And in this game, he scored 27 points, only missed 2 3-pointers, made all of his other shots. Zaccharie Risacher is truly a cog in the wheel to a championship team. He is a true wingman that every team needs, and I'm glad the Atlanta Hawks got him. And what I see for his future is this young man becoming one of the better players in the NBA as we move forward. He's only 19 years old. He's only going to grow. He's only going to get better. How many 19-year-olds are out in college or in international sports playing the way he's playing? And the fact that he's playing in the NBA means that he's going to get experiences that a lot of these other kids are just not going to get. So to downgrade this draft because of other people in the draft and ignore what this young man is doing is a mistake. Teams are going to wish that they had gotten Zaccharie Risacher because he is an important part of a championship team in the future. And personally, my thought process is the fact that I would hope that it would happen with the Atlanta Hawks. I know many people are going to say that the Hawks will never be a championship team as long as they have Trae Young as the primary person on the team. But as we saw in years gone by, Trae Young with shooters, Trae Young with wing defense players, Trae Young with the right people around him can take you to the Eastern Conference Championship. And if it wasn't for a bullshit imagery of a referee standing behind him, it is very reasonable that the Atlanta Hawks could have won a championship that season. And I know y'all say that's fool's gold, but I believe that it is very possible that the right players around Trae Young can win a championship. So this is Renz with Stogies and Hoops. And I got to tell you, my wife, she's learning how to roll cigars. She's doing a pretty good job. I'm canoeing this one because I lit it and cut it wrong. That's my fault, not hers. But let me tell you, many people like to discount teams like the Atlanta Hawks, these mid to large markets teams. They usually like to kick them to the curb. We focus on the Lakers, the Knicks, the Chicagos, the Miamis, the Warriors, teams of that nature. But let's remember, the Golden State Warriors were not talked about 10 years ago. 10 years ago, nobody cared really about the Golden State Warriors. When Steph was on the Warriors, people thought, he's a great shooter, great player, but he's never going to win a championship. But the right players surrounding Steph, and he won the championship. Other mid-market to large market teams have the same possibility and have the same chance. But yes, they're going to have to grow through the draft. And Zaccharie Risacher was a great pickup in moving in that direction. One of the other things we saw is that we made a great trade by getting rid of Devontae Murray and bringing in Dyson Daniels, who nobody thought was going to be good. But look at this man. This man has more pokeaways than anybody else in the league and will probably set the record for a one season in deflections. He's also the leading steals candidate. There's no way this man does not at minimum make the all defensive team, but he should win Defensive Player of the Year. Especially with Triple J, he's hurt right now, so we got to see if he gets enough games. I don't want him to be hurt. I want him to come back. I don't like for any player to be injured, but it is what it is. It's part of the game. I think the Atlanta Hawks are moving in the right direction to build a team that can contend for a championship, especially over the next 2 to 3 years. Are they going to do it this year? Most likely not. Health injuries. If Jalen Johnson was still playing, we would not be ninth in the Eastern Conference right now. If Jalen Johnson was still playing, Atlanta would be at least sixth in the Eastern Conference, if not fifth or fourth. But fourth is a stretch, I know. But without Jalen Johnson, it's going to make it difficult this year. Great trade with Caris LeVert. He's doing an amazing job off the bench. And having a bench of LeVert and Mann and Name also helps, because without a good bench, your team will not make it into the championships. They will not win the championship. This is one of the main reasons why the Celtics continue to thrive even when some of their best players are out. This is why they were able to sit people and let them not play during some of the regular season, so that because they have a bench that can come in and keep them in contention in every game. So what do I see for my Atlanta Hawks? I see them getting better. I see them growing. I see them making more trades. Capella, love you, but you got to go. Sorry. You're not part of the future of this team as far as winning championship. My guy, Gay, he came in. He had a great game. Since then, hasn't really showed much, but if he can get that on a consistency, he will be a great replacement for Capella, because he can hit the three. He can rebound. He's a big body. Got to work on his defense, but he's young, and Atlanta has been growing him. So I see Gay doing better over the next couple of years, them being able to trade Capella either for more draft picks or for other reserve players to help this team continue to thrive. Like I said, Jalen Johnson getting hurt is the only reason the Hawks aren't talked about more than they should be being talked about. So this year, we'll be in the play-in, might make it into the playoffs. Depending upon the matchups, don't know if we'll get past the first round. But what I can say is that the following year, with a year under Ricochet's belt and the way he was playing, the confidence that Dyson Daniels will come into next year, Jalen being on a mission because he got hurt, you're going to see a different team next year. I know y'all think I'm looking at fool's gold, but I'm hardly ever wrong, as you will find out as long as you subscribe to this channel. So I thank you for being here. Stogies and Hoops. Get you on the rebound.